Hello dear fans. Kinetic energy versus potential energy. Kinetic and potential energies are characteristics of the interaction and movement of bodies, as well as their ability to make changes in the external environment. Kinetic energy can be determined for one body relative to another, while potential always describes the interaction of several objects and depends on the distance between them. Kinetic energy. The kinetic energy of a body is a physical quantity that is equal to half the product of the body's mass by its speed squared. This is the energy of motion. It is equivalent to the work that the force applied to the body at rest must do in order to impart a given speed to it. After the impact, kinetic energy can be converted into another type of energy, for example, into sound, light or heat. The statement, which is called the kinetic energy theorem, says that its change is the work of the resultant force applied to the body. This theorem is always true, even if the body moves under the influence of a continuously changing force, and its direction does not coincide with the direction of its movement. Potential energy. Potential energy is determined not by speed, but by the mutual position of bodies, for example, relative to the Earth. This concept can be introduced only for those forces whose work does not depend on the trajectory of the body, but is determined only by its initial and final positions. Such forces are called conservative. Their work is zero if the body moves along a closed trajectory. Conservative forces and potential energy. The force of gravity and the force of elasticity are conservative. For them the concept of potential energy can be introduced. The physical meaning is not the potential energy itself, but its change when the body moves from one position to another. The change in the potential energy of a body in a gravity field, taken with the opposite sign, is equal to the work that the force does to move the body. In elastic deformation, the potential energy depends on the interaction of body parts with each other. Possessing a certain reserve of potential energy, a compressed or stretched spring can set in motion a body that is attached to it, that is, impart kinetic energy to it. In addition to the forces of elasticity and gravity, other types of forces have the property of conservatism, for example, the force of electrostatic interaction of charged bodies. For the friction force, the concept of potential energy cannot be introduced, its work will depend on the path traveled. Thanks for watching.